Namaste. This is the ninth teaching class, The Soul's Journey, Part 3. In this teaching lesson, we're going to discuss many aspects that are extremely important for the soul to embrace on his journey to the Ascension. First, the most important thing first is for the soul to understand that they must clean their light body. Their light body, when I was in Peru during one of the drinkings of the ayahuasca, they showed the light body. They showed the light body as an outline of a body, a human body, but it was filled with filaments of light going across the body, filling up the body with these filaments of light. And on the filaments were these gummy substance. And the gummy substance prevented the light body from vibrating at its highest frequency. And eventually, through the drinking of this ayahuasca might have been back in about 2004. Well, in 2012, in a spiritual conference in Sydney, Australia, Thoth, the Egyptian goddess, came through, and he explained this prayer to remove these globs off the light body. Since then, in working with this energy, I was visited by the Arcturians, who are the seventh dimension beings who are masters of emotions. And what they explained was that these globs on the light body are emotional parasites. Emotional parasites like fear, unhealthy feelings, unhealthy thoughts, abused conditions that were embedded in the subconscious mind of the soul, imprinted on them, creating fear in their light body. Well, this is what needs to be cleared off your light body, and it's a very simple process. On the website, we have a prayer given to us by Thoth, assisted engineered by the Arcturians, to explain what you have to do to remove these unhealthy thoughts and feelings and fears off your light body, regardless of how long they've been on your light body. If you've had a fear for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, it can come off just in 5 seconds. And so on the website, there's this prayer to remove emotional parasites. It's on the front page. The website, www.thepathtowoneness.com. And all you have to do is create the fear feeling in your body. All these fears are in your light body. And all you have to do is, let's say I have a fear of flying. I have to project myself in a situation where I'm going to be flying. And I have to bring the fear to the surface. And once I bring the fear to the surface, you put your left hand above your navel, where your solar plexus is, your solar plexus, or your nerve center of the body, and you put your hand there, and then you put your other hand on your heart. You're going to remove this fear out of your subconscious mind and bring it to your heart chakra to be released. And the prayer is very simple. Once you have your hands in place, left hand above the navel, right hand on the heart, activate the feeling, feel it, and then say, "This feeling is not mine. This feeling does not belong to me. I release this feeling in love, now and forever. Amen." Instantaneously, that fear feeling will be removed. All right? Now, so it's extremely important that a soul takes control of his light body. Now, when I initially found out about how to use this prayer, I might have done the prayer 10, 15 times a day for maybe a month, all right? Every time when I would get a feeling like this, I just wipe it off my light body, and to keep my light body as clean as possible. So memorize the prayer. Whenever you have an unhealthy feeling or thought, just boom, say the prayer, remove it off your light body. All right. Now, it's extremely important that this school here, Earth is the spiritual training school. And it's extremely important that every soul on Earth is here to train as a co-creator God. Now, whether you want to embrace this or not, you're still here, and that's your purpose. Your purpose is to train to be in training to become a co-creator God. There's many things you have to master here. You have to master and discipline your thoughts, your feelings. You have to become aware of your actions, universal laws and principles of harmony, balance, order, and unity. You have to understand how to use the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, how universal mind is constantly interacting with you, along with the heart and mind of God. You have to become aware of all these aspects of your responsibility in becoming a co-creator God. Now, this process, we probably been here for a few thousand years, and we cannot leave until we master this program, all right? Until we master it. So if you can embrace that you're here to become a co-creator God and take on that consciousness that that's your responsibility, that's your purpose, your whole perspective of what you believe is right or wrong will change automatically. You then can understand why there's corruption in the world, because everyone's in a training program, a different level of training. Some are in the ego level, some are in the spiritual level, some are in the co-creator God level. But we're all in this classroom together learning different things. And yeah, there's corruption going on, and there's abuse, and people are abusing other people, and there's satanic rituals and so forth. You just let it go. God's in charge of this training school. God is in charge. Nothing can happen to you unless you have originally created the cause. And what I mean by that, if you didn't steal anything from anyone, no one can steal from you. And if something happens to you, it's not like, oh, poor me. It's like, it's what the prayer is. Forgive them for their trespasses. You cannot, the only person who can forgive your sins are yourself. When someone does something to you, they don't do it to you. It's like they're an instrument of universal law, paying back a karmic debt. So when you, regardless if it's your neighbor, if they come over and slap you on one cheek, forgive them, all right? Jesus said, if they slap you on one cheek, offer them the other cheek. That means if you deserve another one, then they'll slap you. If you don't, then it's fine. But forgive them, because all they are is an instrument of universal law, executing a karma debt on you. So to forgive yourself, you have to forgive the person who just struck you. You forgive them, you hold no grudges. When you forgive them, you forgive yourself from the cause, the original cause of why someone struck you. So regardless of what happens to you in life, go to forgiveness. Go to forgiveness and just say, Father, forgive me for my trespasses as I forgive those who trespass against me. That's all you have to do. If you don't, then there's going to be a reoccurrence of the same karmic debt until you forgive yourself. If you don't forgive yourself, if you don't forgive others, then you can't forgive yourself, all right? So, but if you embrace that you are a co-creator God in training, your perspective of life will change tremendously. You can understand what's going on in this training center. Not only that, but it empowers you when you want to manifest or create something, because with the knowingness that you're here as a co-creator God, you radiate and vibrate at a higher frequency that will draw your manifestations, your desires for creations to come to you faster. So we highly recommend that. We highly recommend it. Next thing we want to talk about is aligning your thoughts, words, and actions in a God consciousness manner. In other words, not be selfish about doing this for me or doing this for me or speaking about this for me. You have to be aware that as co-creator gods in training, we must take on the God consciousness. The God consciousness is doing the right thing in every moment. In every moment. All your thoughts, words, and actions need to be selfless in every moment. Do the greatest good for the greatest number. All right? When we align our thoughts, words, and actions in alignment with universal laws and principles of harmony, balance, order, and unity for the good of all and for the oneness of creation, then we are in a God-conscious mind frame where we can just respect life as it is and accept the responsibilities of what life challenges come to us. All right. Well, before we came to Earth, all souls were tuned to the heart of God. Once we came to Earth, we received a conscious mind and a subconscious mind, and we became more tuned to universal mind. Universal mind creates a training agenda for us. It creates our life experiences in every moment. Every moment, any life experiences that comes to you is created by universal mind based on your thoughts, your words, your actions, and if you have any karmic debts to pay back. All life experiences are here to train us to become more aware of our relationship to God, to the universe, to make us aware of universal laws and principles of harmony, balance, order, and unity, to make us more aware of how our thoughts, words, and deeds may not be in alignment with universal laws and principles, how we review others. In other words, when we are in an awakened state and we judge others, political people, Hollywood people, people who are creating sexual acts, inappropriate sexual acts, or killing people and so forth. This is just a playground. Earth is just a playground. No one ever dies. No one is ever, it's just like a sandbox of activities going on. And what goes on outside of us has no reflection of how our thoughts, words, and actions should be. We just accepted that someone's going through training. This is a training program. People are corrupt. They're in the ego stage of soul development, and they'll pay their debts. That's how they learn. They learn by being greedy and paying bad debts and so forth. We've all gone through that stage of soul development. Hopefully we've gone beyond that stage of soul development, all right? But we have to take on the God consciousness of being aware of our thoughts, disciplining our thoughts, words, and actions in every moment. Now, on the website, there's a program called the Ascension Master Program. It's on the homepage. I had to go through this training back in 1983 when I was studying to become an ordained metaphysical minister. My teachers came to me and they told me what I had to do. For 28 days, I had to put something on my finger. It was a ring. And each day If I looked at the ring, I had to stop and think, what am I feeling? What am I thinking? If I was thinking or feeling anything unhealthy, I had to change my thought patterns. In those days, I didn't have the prayer to remove emotional parasites. I had to will it off, which was more difficult than using the prayer to remove emotional parasites. But it took 28 days. After 28 days, you're more in tune to your feelings and what you are hearing in your thoughts. There's a God frequency in your brain, and God is constantly talking to us. It's telling us what the right thing to do. Do this, do that, do this, do that, and such. Where's your keys? If you lost your keys, it'll tell you where your keys are. But the thing is there's so much static going on in the minds and brains of the souls here. They're not listening. They're not attuning to that God frequency in the brain. So I was guided to develop this program called the Ascension Master Program for 28 days that gets you in the mode of disciplining your thoughts, becoming more aware of your feelings, and using the prayer to remove emotional parasites and the prayer protection during the 28 days. So it becomes like a routine ritual when you're thinking about something or something's happening to you that's unhealthy. Then to clear your energy pattern, you use this tool. So I highly recommend. It's a free down. All of the programs on the website are free. There's many guided meditations. There's many other things that may fit you or may assist you on the website. Right now, I couldn't really tell you what some of them are. What I do is when my teachers tell me to put this up on the website, I sit down and they guide me through a program. We'll write the program and then we'll put it up on the website. So I'm not really familiar off the top of my head of all the different programs, but I know recently we've put quite a few programs up there, guided meditations to assist souls in improving their life. Improving their life. All right. So the Ascension Master Program. Think about going through the 28-day program. All right. Now, it's necessary that you clean your light body. It's necessary that you attune to the heart and mind of God. It's necessary that you embrace who you are as a co-creator God. It's necessary that you align your thoughts, words, and actions into the God consciousness of being selfless in every moment. It's also extremely essential that you keep your body free from all diseases. Now, this is a little known fact that your body has a pH level. I believe it's about 7.2, 7.3 is the normal level between acid and alkalinity in your body. If your body falls below the 7.2 level and it's in an acid environment, that's where diseases survive. Cancers, viruses, colds, tumors, anything that can hurt the body live in an acid environment. Now on the website, there's something about pH strips. You can buy these little pH strips that will tell you what your alkalinity is. If your alkalinity is in the acid environment, below 7.2 or 7.3, whatever it is, you can raise it instantly by a mixture of 1/2 squeezed lemon mixed with 1 teaspoon of baking soda in 10 ounces of water. Drink that. If you've been diagnosed as having cancer or any tumors or any a common cold or anything, there's no such thing as the cycle in the body. It has to have a cycle of 7 days before it's gone or anything like that. You can remove it immediately by raising the alkalinity in your body with this powerful lemon juice and baking soda mixture. If you have cancer or any other disease, drink it several times a day, and monitor it with pH strips. And once you raise the alkalinity in your body, then you can back off of drinking it every day. But you'll notice a remarkable improvement in your health. Okay? Now, so we're guiding you in cleaning your light body. We're guiding you in disciplining your thoughts, words, and actions. We're guiding you to embrace why you're here in this spiritual training school. We're guiding you in keeping your body safe from all dis-ease. And we want to talk to you about protecting the body against any unhealthy entities. There are some trapped souls on this planet. Souls that when the time to death came for them, they didn't want to leave. They didn't want to leave because of the love for their family or for the love of their loved ones. They might have seen their loved ones crying. Once someone dies, there's a 3-day cycle where to say your goodbyes and then to move on. Some souls do not take the time. They go beyond the 3 days and they're trapped here. When they're trapped here, they're looking for someone to attach to that shares the same habits as them, okay? Sometimes a grandparent will come back and will attach to the youngest grandchild. Some people say, well, you know, I know that my grandmother's here and so forth, and she's trapped, but and so forth. So we just allow her. We don't bother her and so forth. Worst thing you can do. What you need to do is assist that soul to go on to the next level. And the prayer of protection that's on the website is what you need to say to move the soul along. Let me see my time here. Ooh. All right. I'm spending more time than I want to spend. Let me take another 5 minutes. All right. So what you do, how I came across this is in my younger days, I didn't believe of soul attachments. I didn't believe another entity could attach to me. And so I had to experience an entity attaching to me. And not only did it attach to me, I brought it home and attached to my youngest son. And that's how I know that I was taught the prayer of protection will remove this entity to the next level. So don't tolerate an attachment. And sometimes you'll know if you have an attachment as if you're in the bathroom and you look in the mirror and you feel someone standing behind you. You have an attachment. Just say the prayer of protection, help the soul go to the next level of soul development. All right? So what we're going to do, well, we've got one more thing we want to say. Your DNA consists of 23 chromosomes. 22 are the same. One chromosome signifies male or females. In these chromosomes are amino acids. These amino acids, they're in your spine, they're in your DNA, and when you are happy and healthy and laughing and having a good time, you activate all the amino acids in your chromosomes. And what that does is your DNA is like an antenna. And when you radiate happiness and laughter and so forth, you attract to you all the elements you need to assist in the manifestations of your desires. It's like the universe is rewarding you because you're a happy soul, you're having fun, you're uplifting everyone else. It's going to give you what you want to manifest. So just be mindful that you have the power to activate your DNA and bring your desires into manifestations just by being happy, laughing, help other people, uplift the hearts and minds and consciousness of all your brothers and sisters. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. All right, I'm running late, spending too much time, but I thought this is the final tape that was important to bring all of these factors out. So we want to say thank you for your time. Be mindful of your other classmates in this school, regardless of what level of soul development they're in. And it's our lesson to accept them as they are. All right, that's part of our lesson. So with that in mind, let me say namaste. Much love to everyone on their path. And God bless you all. We thank you. Bye-bye. See all the teachings of the Golden Ones at the YouTube channel, Timothy Doyle, The Golden Ones, or visit us at www.thepathtowoneness.com. Also visit us on Facebook at The Path to Oneness.